The views and comments expressed on the following radio program by its hosts and their guests do not necessarily reflect the views of RMCOnAir.com or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
Good evening. Welcome. It's Just Sports with Sonny Wells. We're back. I'm back. To my left, Brother Smitty and Brother Pierre, the historian. We're all here.
Yes.
So let me tell you what's happening.
Excuse me for a second. Shout out to Sun Lady, sir. We miss her a lot, you know.
Okay.
Just want to give you a shout out for sure.
Hey, shout out to the lady.
Right.
Okay, so let's start off with the high school basketball, specifically Lawndale High. We went to the championship of the CIF, and where we had and this is historical.
Yes.
We had a 28-point lead at the end of the first half.
Oh, really?
Yeah, see, I
you didn't tell me that.
Yeah, I neglected to tell you that.
28-point lead.
28-point lead at the end of the first half. We came back, and we lost the game in double overtime for the Rings.
Wow. How can you explain that now with your big, what's he say, 6'10" guys?
Both of them.
Two Twin Towers. High school Twin Towers. What happened to defense?
It was. First of all, let me preface everything by saying that our head coach, a couple of games before that, asked Johnny Parker, who is the gentleman who developed Chimezie Metu, through a lot of drills and hard work.
Yes.
Me and him and another brother who I know of, they used to play a lot of pro-am basketball, was pretty knowledgeable, and we all help out in practice.
Right.
He asked us to sit behind the bench. So, we really couldn't figure out what was going on. We know he did have some pressure from one or two of the parents.
Okay.
One of the guys worked at the school board, and somehow we found out that he was trying to threaten his job if he didn't play his son.
Oh, boy.
Not only play him, didn't start him.
Wow.
So the game that we're talking about, with 4 seconds left to go, either was 4 or 7, I'm not sure. I do have it on tape. He missed a free throw to put us up to win the game.
Wow.
And
a child whose parent influenced.
Exactly.
Okay.
In regulation and in overtime.
Wow. Let me ask you something. You had mentioned several months ago, around the beginning of the season, I remember you guys were playing at Inglewood. I believe it was at a tournament against Inglewood High.
It was a tournament at Redondo Beach.
Right, and you mentioned that the team was playing well, and then down the stretch it seemed like you faltered. That was at the very beginning of the season. It would seem like you would have turned the season around, which you did, to obviously get as far as you did. But then down the stretch again, when it counted the most, the real money time, it seemed like it happened again, to be up by 28 points and then 22 by the end of the third quarter, and then to lose the game. I mean, Tracy Murray, one of the great players, in the CIF history, played in several years in the NBA, won the championship with Houston Rockets, played at UCLA, all that. He said he had never seen that before. He had never seen a team lose after they were up by 22, basically going into the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Especially with the type of talent that you had. And another quick question for you: which one was more important? Actually, was it to actually win the CIF or to go to the state championship, which is up north tomorrow? Which one was more important to you guys? A lot of people say CIF was even more important than going on to state. What do you say?
Because I dropped down from pro-am basketball, 30 years of pro-am basketball, and winning some championships there.
Okay.
I dropped down to high school basketball because I felt like I could help with the knowledge that I had.
Yes.
After learning how to win. So to answer your question, which one was more important?
Right.
They both were equally important.
Okay.
Because of the talent pool of the team.
You want to go all the way and take it all. Take it all. Mm-hmm.
We had the talent.
Yeah.
I basically, in the summer with the pro-am basketball, are able to grab guys that I don't even know, get them to work together as a cohesive unit,
yeah,
and win. Now, we had the talent. We didn't need the big guys.
Wow.
We had the talent.
Right.
And if you check the stats on Buddha, which is the other brother, 4 points a game, 3 full rebounds.
Wow.
So we really didn't need those two big guys to win because we had another cast of people who could play.
Right. Right.
And because he alienated us and set us behind the bench,
Head coach you're talking about.
the head coach,
Right.
our mentality was behind the bench.
Yeah.
When it was time for him to get help, and remember, you have the team and you have the coaching staff, which is a team.
Yes.
We all have been there for 3 years.
Right.
We're supposed to help in the process, but it seemed like he wanted to put himself out front and say, it's me, and that's what it looked
He
like.
had the Rolls Royce. He wanted to drive it too. Huh?
Yeah. Not very smart.
Yeah.
And it's all over with now, so you can't say, oh, you're just this, you're just, no. I called it the way I saw it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I was there.
Right.
So the CIF game was extremely important because the last 2 years we had gotten to the game before that and couldn't win
Right.
to go to that.
Right. Okay.
So then we won that, and then we won the bid to go to the state.
Right.
We get to that game, which was last Saturday.
Right.
He keeps trying to pound the ball inside.
Yeah.
Our guards are literally standing there, pump faking, and they should have been shooting.
Yeah. And you said you had some shooters on your team.
And we got a couple of shooters.
Yeah.
All the guys are decent shooters.
Right.
We had a couple of guys that are really good. Chris White and Delano.
Yeah.
They could fill it up
Right.
from the 3-point line.
Yeah.
And they would not take the shot.
Wow.
Wow. Well, maybe the coach directed them to
And that's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
what he did. He directed them to try and pound the ball inside to the big fellas. Now, mind you, this team matched up with us well.
Okay.
They had big fellas as well.
Right.
And they had an extra person that would come down there. So you had a double team. They
Right.
wouldn't kick it out and swing it around.
Yeah.
We tried to tell him about that in practice. He didn't want to do it.
wow.
So, being a person who's not very well versed in basketball, he started off getting the people that he needed
Yeah.
to help him. And the first year I was there, we went undefeated.
Okay.
I literally stepped in on a couple of games. Okay, let's do this, and this. And boom, we win the game.
Yeah.
Right.
Only because I've been behind the mic 25 years with the Summer Pro League, 15 years with the Joe Weekly Run, Shoot, and Dunk,
Right.
10 years with Nike.
You
at
got
the
knowledge
grassroots.
there. You know how the game is played, supposed to be played.
No, well, the thing about it is it's just like the commentators on TV. You
Yeah.
watch enough of that,
Right.
you know what to do in certain instances.
Yeah.
It's second nature.
Yeah.
Right.
You intuitively know how to do things that would baffle anybody else.
Right.
So that's how we won and went undefeated the first year. So the second year, he didn't alienate us, but he wanted to act like I know now.
Yeah.
No, you haven't been around that long. Let's do what we did last year. So we figured this year, this was the year.
Yeah.
Right.
This was it.
Well,
They
that's
were
what
all
you said.
seniors.
Yeah,
they
yeah,
had
you-
played
you-
together.
you definitely, yeah.
And it's like, yes, we're going all the way.
Right.
We're supposed to win the CIF and the state
Yeah.
because we have the personnel. And it just didn't happen the way, we was all joking about it, talking about, hey, it was all a dream. Used to read Word Up magazine,
Well, Sonny, it sounds to me as if, you know what, man, you actually need a head coaching job at another high school. I mean, a head coaching job, not an assistant coaching job. There's other high schools out there that are dying for head coaches that definitely know what they're doing, know how to bring in the right players, and can definitely turn a down program or even a contending program into a championship program.
My observation is though that those coaches at high school level don't change too often. Is that not true?
They don't.
Yeah.
They really
Especially
don't.
in the city, inner city.
Yeah, they really don't change too often.
Yeah.
But what has happened is my brother, who has been at Trade Tech for 30 years,
Yes.
has asked me to come on and coach with him next year at Trade Tech. So I have that job.
Okay.
I'm currently doing that now. And we're in a league now called the JBL National Pro-Am. And last week we had a game, first game, and we won. We've got a game tomorrow at 5 o'clock. I expect to win that too.
Where's that game played?
That's at Hollywood High.
Oh, Hollywood High.
Okay.
So I expect to win that tomorrow as well.
Right.
One of the reasons is because, down there, I've been there for 16 years, as long as the league has been in existence.
Yeah.
So I know what to do at certain times in the game to win.
Okay.
Right.
It's just the expertise of that league. Now, somehow I have to transfer that over into the JC level this coming season, because my brother, he's just been around and, he taught me what I know.
Okay.
That's how I got a lot of this knowledge. Mm-hmm. I would take his teams and I would put them in the Joe Weekly Run Shoot and Dunk or the JBL, and I would coach them. And afterwards, if I lost, I said, "What did I do wrong?" He said, "Well, you didn't do this, you didn't do this, you didn't do this, you didn't do this." Okay, cool. I'll do it next time, and I would win. Mm-hmm. So now, I must tell you, he's one of the great head coaches because he allows his assistants to do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Of course,
he's not intimidated. He doesn't.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Right.
We ask him, what is it you want to see, and then we make it happen. But he doesn't come in and micromanage us or nothing.
Right.
I had to call him over when I'm lifting weights with the guys. They follow me.
Yeah.
Coach, I just wanted you to know, and I want these guys to know that I'm taking instruction from you, so they don't get it twisted,
right?
And think it's just me. No, it's not me.
Yeah.
That's why I called him over here, and he's like, "Yep, man. Okay, see you later." So I get a chance for the first time. Well, not the first time, but in an organized situation to be able to help mold and shape a team, and my brother trusts me to do that.
All right.
And that's what's happening now. We look forward to having a really great team. Ironically, they like my son.
Okay.
My son's 20 years old, and he came out and he played, and he hit the first 4 buckets of the game. He was playing defense against the guard that we needed to stop.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Well, we want him to be the starting point guard." I was like, "You do?" Like, yeah. I already know what he can do.
Yeah.
He's been playing with me in that league since he was in 8th grade.
Okay.
So it's not like, it's normal for me to see him do the things he do, and I can rely on him to do whatever I need. And he's pulled his both hamstrings, so he really works hard.
Okay.
And so he's going to sit out tomorrow because, we want him healthy.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's going to be a great season over at Trade Tech. So let's talk about what's happening now.
Just wanted to add one thing to what you were saying, Smitty.
Yeah.
When you were
About the
talking
coaches,
about the coaches, high school coaches not really moving around much.
Right.
That's at the powerhouses and the very successful high schools.
Yeah. Westchester.
The other high schools in the middle of the pack and not plenty well, they have a lot of
Okay.
that
makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. And what you do is you find one of those programs and move them up.
So you got to start from the bottom.
Or else even in the middle. Sometimes, there's a lot of turnover in high schools.
Yeah, if you're able to go in with marginal talent and know how to be able to train people, you can be successful.
Okay.
That's what I mean. Right.
So I know you were getting ready to make that transition. So my question is this. What is the likelihood of Kentucky blowing it? And not going all the way?
They're not like us. That head coach is not like our head coach.
Yeah.
They're you know what? You have to look at their demeanor, and I checked them out a little bit earlier. Was it yesterday?
Yesterday played West Virginia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Look, somebody from West Virginia I heard was talking a little smack.
Yeah. They had a freshman doing that, was it?
And I'm like, why would you do that with the #1 team? You don't mess with those kind of people.
Yeah.
You need some mercy going up in there. They showed no mercy.
Yeah.
Right.
Everything that came in there, they blocked it.
Yeah.
It was a whole. At third period, they may have had 2 points that whole period, maybe 4.
Yeah.
But they're in great condition.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw the big men run the floor, doing all the alley-oops.
Excellent shape.
Yeah.
Sure. But you know what, fellas? I'm going to go on the record. I'm going on the record right now. The camera's on me and everything. Everyone hears this. Kentucky will not win the national championship.
Okay, who's
Pierre.
going to then?
I'm not going to predict that. I'm not going to predict that.
Wait a minute.
Oh, no, you can't do that then. How you going to do that?
Okay,
How you going to say the #1 team, undefeated, is not going to win, and you don't know who's going to beat them?
Okay, how
Come
about
on
this?
now.
Vegas, how about
Where
this?
you at?
Wait, hold on now. When you look at let's say if you're let's say the professional bettors and gamblers in Vegas, and all this college. Let's say the experts.
So you got some inside scoop.
You got some inside.
If you bet Kentucky, it's probably even money. The field might be 8 or 9 to 1. You could take any other team in the country, and instead of, you could take them all. Instead of Kentucky will be by far the favorite to win it all. Almost everyone believes Kentucky's going to run the table and go undefeated and win the championship. And I'm going on record right now saying they're not.
Okay, but who's going to give them the run for their money?
It will be one of those teams coming out. I wouldn't be surprised if they have a tough game tomorrow.
You know what? And I was getting ready to say that tomorrow's game is extremely tough.
Who are they playing?
Notre Dame.
Yeah, that's right. Notre Dame.
Yeah.
That's
and,
right. Yeah,
you know,
Mm-hmm.
the fix can be in on that because now sports is different, man. It's just like the football game where the dude gonna throw the ball, instead of giving it to the beast to run it in. Come on, man.
Hold on,
who makes that bonehead decision?
Pete Carroll, he's done it before.
But why?
Track record of USC.
Yeah,
he did it. He's done it before, and one reason is that number one, he felt as though he was so close that he had 3 shots at it from the 1 yard line. Even if that play fails, he had 2 other shots to punch it on in. Number one. Number two, he thought he would catch them off guard. That they would. Who would think that they would do something like that? So
now, what's the third theory? What's the third theory?
Well, the fact that he just thought that look, he had enough time that they were going to punch it in regardless. Whether they failed that play.
No, that was basically number 2. As you said, the third one, they didn't want to give it to a boy because
that was
he gonna say,
that's the
I'm all about that
thought.
business, boss.
Yeah.
I'm all about that business, boss.
We can't have him somebody he's going to Disney World.
I know, right.
I'm gonna get fined. I'm all about that business, boss. We're not letting that ignorant nigga come running in and represent us.
How you doing, my African? But he got paid though, huh? They signed another contract.
Remember he had his shirt out too, shirts and hats.
Right.
The Beast.
Yeah.
Right. But look at what you're doing though, Smitty. I mean, look at these deals that they're giving a lot of players, man.
Yeah.
1 year here.
Right.
They might say a 3-year, let's say $60 million deal, but what was guaranteed is just the bonus money.
Yeah.
And that's it. I mean, most of those contracts.
Well, you got collusion going on with the owners. They're not going to admit that, but they say we got to roll this back. We got to put more money in our pocket.
And you know what? And we're going to talk about that as soon as we take this break.
All right.
This is Just Sports with Sonny Wells. We'll be right back.
Are you a diabetic? Need some energy? Need to quench your thirst? Try Pitbull Sugar-Free Energy Drink, the only energy drink named suitable for diabetics by the American Diabetic Association. And it's now available with no calories, no carbs, no sugar, and no fat, and a smooth, natural blend of energy, vitamins, and minerals. Need to quench your thirst? Try Pitbull Sugar-Free Energy Drink, the only energy drink named suitable for diabetics by the American Diabetic Association. And it's now available with no calories, no carbs, no sugar, and no fat, and a smooth, natural blend of energy, vitamins, and minerals. Pitbull Sugar-Free Energy Drink is the healthiest, best-tasting energy drink around. For more information and online ordering with free shipping, please visit hiphopbev.com. Remember, Pitbull Sugar-Free Energy Drink, suitable for diabetics, great for everyone.
What's your style? Curly? Straight, wavy, or maybe you like it natural. Introducing Secret Styling Hair Care Products by Smith Products Company, LLC. A complete line of hair moisturizers, shampoos, conditioners, and an assortment of other hair styling aids formulated for today's fashion-conscious consumer. Enhance your style. Get the secret.
We're back. Just Sports with Sonny Wells. We were talking about football before that, and you guys are
talking about the owners and how they are doing a little collusion there. Is that the term I want to use? Anyway, they're conspiring against the players to make sure that they keep those salaries in order.
Oh, wait, is that racially motivated? Because I get tired of seeing every time I look up, there's usually a black running back who has to take less money than the white lineman or something crazy like that. Am I off base here, gentlemen? Help me out.
Well, we know one thing. Murray deserved a pay increase.
No question.
He carried the Cowboys the whole season.
No question.
Yeah,
No
so why they decided to just let him go, I mean, they did have to give money to they already gave Romo his money, right?
Well, there we go. I mean, look at that situation.
Yeah,
You know, the Romo deserved what he's getting.
Right.
Romo.
You know,
Yeah,
time and time again, you have quarterbacks and certain players that seem like they're overcompensated.
Right.
I mean, they're asking for a certain amount. They were signed for far less, but yet the team gives them more than what they're asking for.
Yeah,
You know, you're not going to have any problems in negotiations with that.
Yeah.
You know?
That's crazy.
Yeah, but when it's all said and done, you know, some of those players go to other teams and they get the money they were looking for. So I don't know if you could just draw that conclusion.
Well, I'm glad to hear that they do.
Sometimes, but you know, now if they get hurt,
Yeah,
which a lot of them do.
yeah.
Now all
Like
of
I
a
said,
sudden
that guarantees out. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. And that's why I feel players should take their stand. You know.
Well, no question.
Yeah, yeah.
Speaking of football, what do you think about this situation in Inglewood? Proposal for the new stadium. What's going on with that?
Having a business down there for the last 20 years.
And how can we get jobs, brothers get jobs, and totally benefit from having all of that business activity going on over
There'll
there?
be a lot of jobs created as a result of
But are we
all of
going
those
to get them,
things.
though?
Well,
we'll get them.
Yeah,
we'll get them.
We'll get the trickle down activity. You know, it's always trickle down economics going on there. You know.
Yeah, a lot of people will get jobs over there that are within the neighborhood and the surrounding area. They have to give it to us. You know, the Mexicans can't get everything. But let's talk about
That sounds racial, man. You got to be careful now the way you said it.
Speaking of Mexicans, and we have the fight coming up.
Yes.
And if I'm Pacquiao,
He's Filipino, though.
Is it Filipino?
Yeah.
Not Mexican?
No,
But
he's
the Mexicans
Filipino.
are behind him.
Oh, well, no, 100%.
Come on now.
99%.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But if I'm him, I'm looking to take something because he's about to get his ass whooped. I'm taking something. I'm going right up to whatever the line is, and I'm not going to cross the line.
Right.
But isn't it random Olympic style testing?
That's what I thought.
You know. I mean, I thought that's one of the reasons why one of the stipulations of actually.
But Sonny know about those drugs you could take and they disappear.
Yeah, the disappearing drugs, the clear, whatever that is.
Yeah.
But if I'm him, for all this money, I'm taking it because you know the first fight's gonna be a draw.
You think so?
Yeah, we go into the
money.
fixed thing. You said.
Yeah, the money, just like the game tomorrow. You know that might be.
Yeah. I hear what you're saying.
Unless they got to jump out on a lead like they did today, so that won't happen.
Yeah, and I just
They
don't
have
see
to.
that. Yeah, I just don't see that happen. Then again, I mean, it'll be all types of theories of why let down, overlook the team, blah blah. I just don't think they're going to hoist the trophy at the end of the season. I just don't think that's going to happen.
Well, I just say the way those guys play, I don't see how they can lose.
98%
I don't
of the
either.
country saying the same thing.
Yeah, I don't see how they can lose. So I can't wait to get you back in here
Right,
when it all
right,
goes
right.
down.
That's funny. So let's talk about the fight, though. So what do you think? Should he indulge in what he used to do in some other form that's basically legal?
Well, let me ask this question. From what I hear, they both are no longer in their prime.
Correct.
Is that a true statement?
I think so.
Right.
Absolutely.
So you got a couple of old men, not literally,
Right.
going to be in the arena.
Right.
So is there a need to get pumped up with the juice and so forth, or can you use your skills that you acquired over the years? And that's what they keep saying. Pacquiao has all this experience, but then again,
Yeah, but look at the type of
He
experience.
got juice experience. That's what he got. He's squeezing.
When I think of Pacquiao, I mean, you know, no offense, I know he's had some great fights in the past, but I just still visualize a man sleeping on the canvas. You could put a pillow underneath him. He was gone so long. I mean, you know, he was out of it. I mean, he wasn't just
When he got knocked out,
He
yes.
wasn't just knocked out. He was like sleeping.
Sleeping and slobbering.
I didn't see it, but I just heard about it. So yeah.
I mean, he probably could have left him down there for a couple of minutes, and he would have known he was out.
So that's sort of like when Mike Tyson got knocked out. He never was the same again.
Right,
Yeah.
but it was a difference. When Mike got knocked out, he was down for maybe a count of 9 or 10, and tried to get back up. I mean, Pacquiao
Trying
was
to crawl
I mean,
for his
Pacquiao was like
mouthpiece.
Went to sleep,
do you have a clip of that, Bubba? Can you pull a clip of that up? Okay, but okay. Right. But
We
anyway,
need to see somebody sleep for.
right. But barring injury, I just can't see how Mayweather's. It was just based on talent, and everything is on the level. I just can't see how Mayweather's going to lose the fight. I mean, he's so much more talented.
They're gonna make it a draw for the money. The draw, and then they'll come back, and then he'll win it outright, and then that'll be it for his career.
What's the break on the money? How's this?
I think it's a 60-40 split.
Okay.
Mayweather.
Yeah.
Mayweather 60-40. However, even the 40 is going to be worth.
Tons of money. Yeah.
Exactly. They're talking about the pay-per-view now. It's typical. $59 a pop. They're talking about it. Pay-per-view will be like $99.
I heard some front row seats are going for like $100,000 or something.
Yeah. Well, that's if you can get them.
Yeah.
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 Even some of the high rollers in Vegas, they're giving them the opportunity to purchase tickets at over $20,000 a pop, where most people couldn't even purchase them, even if they wanted to. Those are the high rollers.
Big Feet said he got 10 tickets.
Yeah, you heard about that too, huh?
He texted me talking about he got 10 tickets. Where you at, DeJuan? I know you listening. You supposed to be in here with them tickets, boy.
He texted me a picture.
We should have Skyped him in, huh?
So he's connected.
We should have Skyped him in and let him flash the tickets. Where the tickets at, boy? We need them tickets. Just Sports need them tickets, baby. We need to be down front. Or whatever you got.
Most of the press they're gonna filter them off into like the huge ballroom or conference room, and then like
they do those fights at the center where they play ball at.
You mean like in MGM? You mean?
No. What's the name of the venue down there where UNLV plays?
Yeah.
You mean Thomas & Mack?
The Thomas Mack Arena.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this one's going to be at the MGM though.
Right. One of the big hotels.
Yeah, it's going to be MGM.
Yeah,
it's going to be the MGM.
The last fight I was at that I went to was supposed to be at the MGM. We was at the Thomas Mack. They're putting MGM down there, but it's really the Thomas Mack. Because they need to hold all them people to get that money.
Oh, yeah.
Them hotels ain't got no big place in there when they can.
No, but I think that MGM, though, MGM might seat maybe 19,000, 20,000, though. Sonny.
The MGM?
Yeah.
That's really the Thomas Mack.
Yeah.
Oh, the Thomas & Mack can, too.
Yeah.
But I'm talking, I think the MGM, for a boxing a match.
Where they going to park?
Oh, that's not a problem. That's not a problem.
You at the MGM, where they going to park?
Look, they can park.
You got 19, 20,000 people. They ain't got no 19, 20,000 people to park.
No, but
the
you know, a lot of people are coming in limos. A lot of people are coming together.
Shuttles all over the place, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's Vegas.
Well, I can believe the shuttle thing.
Yeah.
That's Vegas. You know, they have that's really not a major issue. If you have money to make it to the fight, parking probably going to be the least of your worries.
You know, we didn't ask who's going to win the NBA Finals.
Right.
Oh man, what's the name is out?
Yeah, Durant is
Durant's out for what?
For the rest of the season.
6 to 8 months.
Yeah. But his cohort is playing some ball now.
But see, now that's could be a problem too.
Yeah.
I mean, when you put that much pressure on a player, playing like he's playing to try to get them into the playoffs.
He's the one player that can rise to the occasion, maybe.
Yeah, but he's had injuries as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Ain't Rose out too?
Yeah, but he's supposed to come back.
Yeah, Rose is supposed to come back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Rose is supposed to come back.
That was the same knee, same injury, type injury, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, no, he had the was it the
Rose?
meniscus?
Yeah.
Rose, yeah. A partial tear in the
meniscus. You know, when I think about a few years back when Oklahoma City was trying to go cheap and not give Harden, a match.
Yeah, that was a bad move.
Right. They've been paying for that move ever since.
Yeah.
I mean,
he was part of that trilogy,
right.
Who's going to get the MVP? I know we run out of time.
Oh, sure. You know what? If I had to vote for it, I would vote Harden.
Yeah?
I would vote
Really?
Harden. Yeah, even over
He's carried the team for a long period of time.
Yeah, even over LeBron. And, Howard was out. Howard's been out for a long time. And
what about the numbers Westbrook's putting up? He's number one in some areas.
Westbrook's
scoring, steals.
Yeah, but he missed a lot of shots. I mean, he takes away from the team. So again, don't get me wrong. He's definitely producing and he's performing. I'm not disputing that. But you're asking me if I had to select one player.
What about Curry?
Curry's nice too.
Yeah,
Curry would get some votes.
Very nice.
Yeah.
How about them Lakers?
Wait till next year.
Wait till next week, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, we got to go. This is Just Sports with Sonny Wells. Thanks, folks, for coming in. We'll see you next week.
Right.
All right.
What's your style? Curly? Straight? Wavy? Or maybe you like it natural. Introducing Secret Styling Hair Care Products by Smith Products Company, LLC. A complete line of hair moisturizers, shampoos, conditioners, and an assortment of other hair styling aids formulated for today's fashion-conscious consumer. Enhance your style. Get the secret.